Hello, agents. Hello, everyone. So it's been a year for my ultimate comparison between the MYGA and the FIA. Both of these were from October, November of 2023, which were the best rates we had seen in the fixed annuity marketplace in about 20 years with a blip here and there. So let's just get into year two, see what happened. So this was the MYGA, which was a multi-year guarantee annuity, basically a fixed rate paying 6% for the fixed 7 years. And then we had an FIA, Fixed Indexed Annuity, which had a cap on the S&P. If the S&P goes up, you earn 100% up to the cap of 11%. So how'd this work out on the first year? Let's take a look. Let's try and take a look. Okay, so here's how it started. So both of these products had $11,168 of premium deposited, right? So the FIA 7-year with an 11% cap here, you can see, it started with the S&P of 45.47. Well, it ended the year at 59.17, which was well above 11%. So it was actually a 30% return. So we had some really great returns on some S&P products. But the reason I use this product is because it's guaranteed that 11% is guaranteed and won't change. Whereas other products out there, even if they made 30% this year, next year that 160 participation might be 90%. So, you know, it's variables that we don't know in the future. Whereas this one locks in the 11 and locks in the 6. So that's why we did it. Now, why is it paying 11.05 when the cap's 11, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Well, the reason is in some indexed annuities, when you buy an indexed annuity, the money goes in, the premium's going to go in. But when does that company buy the S&P options? So some do it more often than others. Some have a specific day of the week or twice a month. Some may do it more regularly. This one happened to be a deferral period before they actually bought the S&P number. So the premium of 11, here you see 11,168, earned some interest until it bought the S&P, which wasn't many days later, but it went to 11,173. So when you take 11% of the 173, 11,173.55, you get exactly the 1229.09. So that's 11% of this number. So what it did is it gave you a little interest and then locked it in. Next year it won't do the same thing because you don't have that little deferral period. So that's why it came out to 11.05 this year. So just a lucky thing. Realize that's why you can't really say, oh, the S&P went down 300 points, let's buy it today. It doesn't mean you'll get in today because they might not mark those policies until the 15th of every month or whatever it is. So if the first is the day that everything went down, you still on the 15th won't trigger your next number. So yeah, anyway, that's how that worked. And next year, the start number now for this S&P is going to be 59.17, right? And so to make 11%, it needs to be up over 650 points, as you can see here, right? So we don't know what it's going to do. We'll find out a year from now and we'll put the new number in. But as of right now, the accumulation value on the index is 12,402, whereas you see it's only 11,839, right? So even after next year, even if the S&P earns 0 on this one, it'll still be 12,402, no fees, no charges in this product. So you keep all your accumulation value and you see the fix will be at 12,548. So all you need is one bad year on the S&P and then everything's back to equal, right? But if it earns another 11, we're really going to have a huge gain on the index side. So that's the ultimate comparison. And we'll keep this going for 7 years. And this is actually, because if you look over here, if I lean, it's supposed to be first one to 20,000 was the goal here. So this one, I know 11,168 at 6% will equal $20,000 after 10 years. But after 7 years, it's going to be 16,790. But the idea is maybe this S&P product gets to 20,000 faster. So that's the real goal, because this is really a 6% for 10-year product, but we're looking at it on the 7-year. But overall, we're going to see after 7 years, and then this S&P can do something for 3 years. So that's the advantage there. So what is it going to do? So we'll look at, this is really a 10-year comparison, but we're going to look at the first 7 years are all guaranteed. And then you can look at the world afterwards and see what happens. But anyway, that's where we're at after year 2. Pretty good so far on that S&P 500, beating the MYGA so far. It's ahead. So as of the ultimate comparison right now, FIA is ahead by quite a bit. And we'll look at year 3 coming up. Anyway, YouTube, LinkedIn for the most up-to-date information. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all having a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.